Hey guys, what's up? This is Evil Voice here, and today I'm gonna show you guys my Mannadium deck for Post Age of Overlord because for Post Age of Overlord, this deck got better. It has actually become a tier 1 meta deck, and the two new cards, Piece of Samsara and Mannadium Trisuga, it did so much for the deck. It basically kind of fixed the problem that this deck suffered from, being recovery and extension. And both Samsara and Trisuga both give this deck both both a recovery card and extender options, and I really like those triggers in the deck. And in general, I like playing this deck. I love this deck ever since deck came out in Sayak, and then from there in his set in Duelist Nexus and Origin Overlord, this deck continuously getting support in the form of Amitara and now Trasuka and Samsara as well. So yeah, I love playing this deck. I think this deck is quite good. So yeah, with that being said, I'm gonna showcase you my Mannadium deck. So for the main primary engine, it's nothing out of the ordinary, which are three Room Heart, three Meek, two Rykart, two Samsara, and the two pieces of Starbrass. You don't need to play three copies of pieces of Starbrass anymore because it is accessible through both the Scarecrow field spell and the Mannadium field spell. But the main reason why you're not playing you are no longer going to play three pieces of Starbrass is because of this card. So this card is one of the ways the Mannadium got the recovery option and then extender option, and this card does both. So this card, it has an activated effect where this card can shuffle back any number of banished pieces monsters that's in the graveyard or fear or banish. Shuffle them into the deck, and then you can special summon this card from your hand. And this card gains 400 attack each for each support card. But the attack width, it doesn't really matter. But what it matters is that by activating this card's effect, you summoning a free body to the board, and this card is also besides Strappers while in the field or in the graveyard. And this card also has hard stats, being 1521. So it synergizes really well with the deck. It synergizes really well with Meek. It synergizes well with Obsession, because you can just special summon this card right out from your hand. And this is another way to go into Amitara and Pieces Astral out. This on this deck. This card also gives this deck another access to rank 4s, level 8s, and level 10s, because this is a level 4. And in conjunction with me, you can go into rank 4, and you can also treat this card as a non-tuner for single play. So yeah, this deck, it does everything else for the deck, and I really like the fact about that card. Sadly, this is not searchable through Clarium, and this is a fairy, not a warrior, so you cannot like roll into it. So because of that, it gets a little clunky and breaky. So that's why I'm only playing just a two, but I might play a third in the nearby future. And to round up the main primary engine, one Rotor, three Calorium, one Phobia, because I don't want to open or draw this card, so I'm playing just the one. And if needed, I want to search this card off of Light Art. And two Obsession, solid ratio, one Imagining, one of the Trap, and the two arrival. Okay, so that is the first engine. And now for the secondary engine, I wanna play a secondary engine that's not involving the Cashtera engine, being Banners, Cashtera Ogre, and the Cashtera Field Spell. And I had a bit of a problem what that might be. And my friend Jake told me to play this engine in Mannadium, which are the horse cards. And my ratio for those is 3 M City, 1 Happy, and 2 King Sarcophagus. So so this engine in Mannadium is actually quite good. Sadly, it does lose to draw, but this engine right here, it gives this deck so much more playability in the deck. So you guys might have noticed and realized the worst case scenario in this deck is when you open two make. But if you open M City in your opening hand with multiple makes, you can discard this card. Send the make from your hand to the graveyard along with this. Search this and draw one card. So you go card neutral if you use MCD's effect. And then if you have a position in your hand or that card in your hand, you can activate King's Supplicant's effect to send them to the graveyard and then send Happy to the graveyard. And then you can bring these cards back from the graveyard since you have King's Supplicants on the board. And then go into rank 8 of your choice, which I am playing 2 of. And if you if you guys choose to play Galaxy Photon Lord, you're like Ash Probe, Nibiru Probe, Gamma Probe through like most of your combos. And not only that, these engine it synergizes really well with the deck as well because they are level 8. So it synergizes well with Bistro Astral out to go into rank 8. Uh, this card, these cards also synergizes well with some pieces, Samsara, and the make to go into level 12 being Crimson Dragon. And at the worst case scenario, as long as you have King Sarpagus up and your opponent do not out it, there are just free extenders on the board that which come back every turn from the graveyard. So yeah, this engine is actually quite good. It basically makes your opponent to deal with the horse monsters and King Sapagas as soon as they hit the board, and then if they do not, you gain tempo throughout the entire game. And I really like the horse engine in this deck, and for the most part, this deck in the main deck, it lacks main body on the board. Sure, because Astrolot, it has a big body, but it's an extra deck card, not a main deck card. And these two cards, they are Happy is 2400, MCD is 3k, and then whenever a card is sent from your field to the graveyard by your opponent's card back, they all do stuff. Like Happy can shuffle any card in either player's banish or graveyard back to the deck up to 2, and M City can non-target send monsters to the graveyard, and they're also like huge. And I really like the horse engine in, in. It gives much deck, like I said, a lot of utility and player ability to the deck. Now the neon engine, I decided to play hand traps, which are 3 draw, 3 ash, 3 imperm, and 2 cost detonator. This is basically here in the main deck to stop the draw. And in the side deck, I also sign name, so it counters that too. So yeah, there is a main deck. Main deck count is 40 cards. Now with the extra deck, 2 pieces Astrolaud, 1 Amitara, 1 Chusuka. This is a really great card and a great new addition to the deck. Active Synchro Stardust. I think in this deck, I think you still need to play this card because if any of your Crimson Dragon players get stopped, this is another way to go into this better. 1 bit on the floor, 1 Dispatter. This is such a broken card. Crimson Dragon. Rank 4s. I play Dweller because this card is really good right now. 2 Lightheart, 1 Cross Sheep, 1 Aspect Little Knight. This is such a great and broken card. Like, this is 100% a custom made card. Card's so good. And for rank 8s, I play Galaxy Photon Lord. And this is a flex spot, but I decided to play number 38 of Hope Harbinger. Hope Harbinger. So going first, if you win the die roll, this deck's board is the Mannadium Trap, Esper Little Knight, Burn, Dispatter, Galaxy Photon Lord, and maybe a dollar if your hand is good enough, but that board loses super play because if your opponent chooses probably the Barret and the Dispatter, that gets rid of 2 threats on the board, and then your reframing is dead. So that because you don't control a synchro monster. So in order to play around that, with the Dweller on the board, I decided to go Hope Harbinger, in case they have super play, so sure they get over the burn on the floor and the disparate by super pulling them away, but they still have to deal with this card, which is a spell negate, and they're also on the dweller, and they have to deal with aspect little not as well. So sure, this is good card right now, but it doesn't really deal. It doesn't really give you end board on negate in the form of spells. And Galaxy Photon and on this card, it kind of like does that, and then its battle phase effect comes in handy too. So I decided to play it. But it could be like something else like Puguska because I am a fan of it, and it could be like Dean too because it's a non-targeting send. But no, I'm playing Horde Harbinger. So yeah, that pretty much does it. This is my Mannadium deck for post Edge of Overlord. I love this deck. I like playing it, and you guys should too. And this is Eva4 signing out. Peace out, guys. Peace out.